We think there are many factors that can improve the quality in the hospital. The first one we think is to prepare the personnel to be nice and good with the patients. Make this the corporate culture. With this preparation, you empower the people and the workers to create a good workplace. Another thing is location should be safe and have the resistance, have to be engine and accessible expected. The technological processes, machines, medicines have to be of first level. Also, the one of the most important things is the feedback. The feedback you receive from the patients. That's one of the most important things. Because the patient is the final user. So the patient give you the feedback about the doctors, nurses, infrastructure, treatment, and the time they spend in the hospital. So you're working for the patient. When they give you this feedback, you know which are your objectives and where you have to go, what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. And with this, you can improve your system of quality and correct the personnel or the nurses or the doctors that doesn't succeed or complete the objective of the company.
The second question says, describe the main procedures with their attributes that Arnold Palmer Hospital should be using for assessing quality. What should the target values for these attributes be? The first part in the process description is that they have improvement teams in which everyone is involved. With this process also, they have a good communication between doctors, nurses, and all the staff of the hospital. They also continue improving in all the areas of the hospital, and they think with this process they can reach the perfection in quality. In the attributes and values of the hospital, the first one is that they involve employees through empowerment, adding responsibility and moving authority down to the lowest level possible. Also, they do a benchmarking comparing the hospital to other hospitals in all the USA so they can improve in their weakness. Also, the hospital sends surveys to the patients after 2 weeks later asking for feedback. They also measure improvements on tools like flowcharts, diagrams, and other tools, helping them to improve. We think the target value of all these attributes are focused on the perfection of quality, service, the responsibility on the staff, respect, and good communication with all people, making a continued improvement on the hospital. The target is not only the patients, but also think in the family and friends because a patient can recommend the hospital to other persons.
It is well known that the Arnold Palmer Hospital takes its quality management seriously, which is why we think that they could benefit greatly from implementing the statistical process control, which is a method for monitoring, controlling, and improving a process through statistical analysis. They should use SPC, especially in their process area, where they can monitor and keep track of all their employees' performance. We think that since their process is one of the most important components for meeting all the requirements to maintaining total quality management, they should bring special emphasis in it. One way they can use it is by measuring their times for inspecting a patient, the times they take for treating the patient, and attend them even since the moment when they just called for an emergency. Also, the satisfaction of their clients regarding their stay and their actual health should be taken in account to understand how they are doing in those terms. All of this with the use of timers, machines, and formulas in order to introduce the data and interpret it carefully. That way, they can have a standardized ideal process to follow and be able to control it with this specific tool. By measuring out qualitative aspects as those and converting them into quantitative data, the hospital can rely on the use of statistics to have a more controlled outcome and identify more clearly how their variables such as success in treatment and effective diagnosis are doing, as well as getting their most important attribute, which is the patient satisfaction.